Hello sweethearts, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this episode of Fierce and Fearless, I would like to share my journey in facing my body image issues. Today, if you see me, I'm a very confident and independent woman, but I have not always been in love with myself, especially with my body. Back then, I used to be an insecure person, and growing up as a child, I used to be bullied a lot because of my body. Back then, I used to hate it myself, and I became very defensive towards other people. This insecurity took toll of me, and I was unhappy. And I think that time I was still a young girl, and then already I became introvert, and then I was not the popular kid at school. In fact, I often spend my time alone playing with my imaginary friends. And that time I probably was just 10 years old. Obviously, I did not have the proper knowledge of dieting, and I was in a very strict fasting routine. I lost a couple of pounds, and then I started to be more confident, but this phase, of course, did not last for long. People were so crazy about being skinny, especially the supermodels like Kate Moss, and then this TV series called Ally McBeal, where the star is super skinny, and I thought like, oh my god, I'm not those people, and I started to think that I need to lose weight. I panicked because mostly when I came back to Jakarta, people say that I gained a lot of weight, but it took a toll of me. I started to eat very little, and then I took a lot of diet pills. My hair started to fall out, and I remember I couldn't sleep all day. Sometimes I did not sleep for around 3 days. And I became lethargic, I became fatigued, and I became very emotionally imbalanced. At one point, I was suicidal, and I thought like, I couldn't live like this. Every time I try to close my eyes, I see, nightmares. And I started to become more distant with my loved ones. I exclude myself from activity. I often was in a bathroom and then just crying and for nothing. And then I was I'm blessed, I know. Well, my parents love me. And then I have the privilege to be able to study abroad, and then although my parents never spoil me, they always make sure that everything that I want is taken care of. But I was unhappy, and then I was miserable. I did not have any boyfriend during school times because all the thing that I was thinking is just how not to get fat. Isn't it crazy? Finally, my parents assumed and found out that I was having mental issues or even like a eating disorder. So they asked me to come back home, and then in Jakarta I started my university year again. So I did not have confidence whatsoever. I was shy, I was introvert, and I was a girl that actually did not stand tall. And when I was walking, I always hunch because I did not like my body shape. I thought I'm too voluptuous for my body. So after a couple of months being able to mingle with the Indonesian, I started to gain back my confidence. I started to make new friends, and then finally, slowly, I'm recovering from anorexia and bulimia. But even then, I still have this morbid fear of getting fat, because in this society, it's so hard to be confident because people always criticize you without meaning to offend you. They just say things that is personal and make comments, and we women especially often take it too personally. Finally, after I think 21 years of being single, I got into a relationship. At first I was happy, but I think I made myself unhappy because I judged myself more than anyone else judged myself. I was militant in the food that I ate. I was militant in the shape that I had. I was in this feeling that my boobs are not meant to be there, and I tried so hard to conceal it. And now that I'm thinking about it again, how fool I was. I thought boobs were evil, you know. I remember I woke up one morning and then I thought to myself, I have to stop doing this to myself, because the more I hate myself, the more other people hate me. Because the truth is, you cannot ask people to love you if you don't love yourself. So I was determined to start a healthy routine. I started to exercise. I started to eat healthy. And I started to embrace myself. And I know that I couldn't be as thin as the supermodels. I couldn't be as tall as them. But at least I have everything in me, and I want to make the best out of it. And a lot of times I know that if you see yourself in the mirror, you're thinking that this is not what you want to be. You want to be looking like someone else. You're not pretty enough. You're not tall enough. You're not curvaceous enough. You're probably not fair enough. You're not tan enough. A lot of time you are not satisfied of who you are, and I experienced that. And it's not an easy journey to be able to finally know that I cannot change myself. The only thing that I can change is how I see myself and how I make the best out of it. Now I am far away from skinny, but I know that I'm fit and I'm strong. And I know that my body is probably not the ideal body that I always dream about. And I am still sometimes unhappy about my shape. But I am in a stage that I am confident. I know that I can make the best out of me without being self-destructive. Today, I want to tell you that I am unique and so are you. Diversity should be celebrated instead of being condemned. And then no matter what shape you are, no matter what skin color, no matter how tall or how skinny you are, you need to embrace yourself and you need to appreciate yourself. Even recently, Barbie doll created different shapes and different skin colors of dolls. I think it's such eye-opening. If you happen to experience what I experienced, and if you think that you have eating disorder, please stay strong and seek professional help. It is not an easy journey to be able to embrace yourself. I got through a very hard time to be able to finally know who I am and be proud who I am. If you suspect that your loved one or your relative are facing eating disorder, please understand that often comfort, sincerity, and attention are the best remedy for eating disorder. Alright, sweethearts, you have listened to my story. If you want to know more, you have to check out my blog. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel for more.